What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, we're coming back to the Tragically Hip. Yes, indeed, the Tragically Hip fans, feeling you. Come on down. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bibbity-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Michael Clark, and Michael Clark wanted to see me react to this song by the Tragically Hip called Scared. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Dylan Matina, okay? And the video has 104,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Scared by the Tragically Hip, live at the Troubadour. Oh boy. The Troubadour, LA, California. Yeah. Troubadour is not the best venue, guys. It's a legendary venue, yes. And in the 80s and 90s, it was a great venue. And then they did the remodel. And I dread. I haven't played there in a long time, but I've been to a few shows at the Troubadour in the last 20 years. It's not a great venue, man. It really isn't. Anyway, let's see how the Tragically Hip overcome the adversities of the Troubadour. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Tighten it up. Tighten it up.
Okay, I got a deal for you. I make you scared. You pay me to.
It was intentional. Okay.
Make you scared. If you want me to. I'm not prepared. If I have to. I can make you scared. It's kind of what I do. If you're prepared. Here's what I propose to do. You're in Russia. And more than a million works of art are whisked out to the woods. So when the Nazis find the whole place dark, they'll think God's left the museum for good. Make me scared. That's what I do. If you're prepared. If I have to, I can make you scared, and you pay me
Yes, let's do that. Let's show the audience. What a great idea. Let's take our cell phone and pan around. Let's make sure we get a good shot of the bar while we're at it.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Artistic freedom. Listen, the director has a vision. Let's take the camera and pan it around. Yeah, anyway. Okay, look. It's a nice song. It's a solid song. Quarterly, it sounds good. I wasn't sure at the beginning when I heard that that accidental, that it wasn't really an accident though. That's the thing. It's intentional because they do it every time. But that accidental, as far as, going down a half step, back to the root, that little turnaround. It's nice. It's nice. It gives you that little sudden little twinge of being at unease, that little uneasy feeling, just for a half a second, and then it very quickly resolves every single time. Now, some people are going to say that's a cheap way to elicit an emotional response. I see their point, I do, but I like it. I like the fact that each and every time you can bank on it, it's going to be there, and every time it resolves. So I got no problem with it. I like it. I think it sounds good. It's a very simple song, very easy, laid back tune. Everybody's playing acoustics, including the bassist, which is nice. Can't tell you how many times I've seen, acoustic shows where the bass player's playing in electric. It's just like, I mean, okay. Now, in all fairness, I'm guilty. I've done that because I don't have an acoustic bass. Used to have an upright, but I sold it. God, I missed that upright. God, it was a gorgeous upright. 19th century German. Man, that thing was loud. Good Lord. I would go into jazz clubs with that, and the PA guy would come up, try to put a microphone. I'm like, you don't need to do that. I promise you. And he went back to the sound booth, and I started playing, and he's like, wow, that thing's loud. And I'm like, yeah, it is. So I'm really glad to see acoustics across the board. Drummer's doing a nice instrumentation choice, utilizing just the shaker, and it looks like he's got a mallet in his hand, where I believe he's going to be using it on the floor tom. Haven't seen him use it yet, but it's a nice instrumentational choice, a good voicing choice for the style of song. Vocally, I think Gord's vocals, honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I think his vocals are the highlight of the song, without question. Definitely the most interesting thing happening in the song, for sure. They sound good. Whoever's operating the board here really knows how to make it sound good with the vocals being drawn forward behind all those acoustic instruments. So whoever's working the board tonight, good job. I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. I'm dead serious. Good job. I got no complaints about anything I'm hearing. Am I blown away by this? No. Am I super excited about this? No. Am I impressed by this? No. But it's solid across the board. I got zero complaints. So let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
Suspicious or hostile, their lives need not be shortened. Truth be told, they could live a long, long while. Take out to death by their impulse. They make me scared. If that's what you do, if I'm unclear, can I get out of this thing with me and you? You feel scared or a bit confused. I gotta say, this might be a little beyond anything you're used to.
Oh, this is on simple too.
At the root, this is on the murder code calculation.
There we go. fingering instead of picking with those fingernails. Good job.
Clearly entranced. You're leaning back now.
Crowd knows it.
Defang, destroy our lamps into the bay. Down at the beach, it's attracting quite a crowd. There's some kids wading through blood out to it to play. Okay, you make me scared. You did what you set out to do, and I'm not prepared. You really had me going in for a minute or two. You made me scared too, 'cause I wasn't sure I was getting through. I gotta go. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
That's resolved. Yeah, not my thing, not my jam. But at the same time, I can't find any fault in anything I heard. Everything sounded just fine across the board. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was the Tragically Hip with a tune called Scared. This was a request from Michael Clark. Okay, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know, and I've got a score here. It makes perfect sense to me, and I'll tell you how I came up with it. Let's get started with that score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.2. Yep, 7.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.2. What does that mean? Well, a 7.2 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also give 4 to 5 stars and a B letter grade. Yeah, so there you go. A 7.2, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. It's not my jam, guys. I'm sorry. There's no way a song like this is ever going to make it on a playlist with me. It's not my bag. It's not my jam. It doesn't do anything for me. It does not blow my skirt up. I can't find myself getting excited to listen to a song like this. It's just not my thing. Now, having said that, though, like I've always said on the channel, you know, I don't have to love a song to give it a good score, and I don't have to hate a song to give it a bad score. I may not necessarily like this, but at the same time, they didn't do anything wrong. I mean, looking at the song for what it is, it's a laid back, just nice, easygoing song, and nothing complex about it, nothing amazing about it. But it does the deed, it does the job, and it sounds good. It's very pleasing to the ear. What's happening within the guitar, especially. The guitars for me is really what kind of stole the show. I like that little accidental, that little down, that little augmented chord. Whoa, the 7 root, you know, that little transition. You can bank on it. The first time I heard it, I was like, is that a mistake? Because we're in a live setting, you know, stuff happens, and you don't always, you know, you don't always play as clean and as perfect as you might want to. You know, mistakes happen. It's how you recover from those mistakes that really kind of, you know, define you as a professional or as a rank amateur. But he did it again. And then he did it again. And then he did it again. And I'm sitting there going, okay, that's 4 times in a row. There's no way that's a mistake. He's got to be doing that on purpose. And then it hit me. Oh, I see why he's doing it. Okay. It creates that little bit of unease, and it immediately resolved on the next 16th note. I was like, okay, all right. I see what they're doing. It's a nice tactic. It works really well. It creates that sense of relief, and it makes you feel good every single time you do it. You have that little brief moment of unease, and then okay, you got that release afterwards. I get it. It works. It works great. It's super easy to do. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's impressive, but at the same time, it did the job. It absolutely did the job. The guitar solo, I gotta say, that was really nice to hear. The guitar player over on stage left, utilizing his fingers. To be more specific, utilizing his fingernails to work as picks, so finger picking, but with long fingernails to get that nice percussive attack, as opposed to no fingernails where using your fingertips and you get a little bit of a softer attack. I like it. It works. Not the first time I see guitar players do that. Grow their fingernails long to be able to do something, to be able to get that percussive attack with their finger picking. It's not the best habit for your fingernails, obviously, but it does the job. It absolutely does. I like what the drummer was doing with his setup. Getting out from behind the kit and having this little auxiliary, station going where he had a couple of cymbals, couple of toms, and he had the mallet where he was hitting everything he needed to hit, whether it be the toms and cymbals, and in his other hand, he had the shaker going nonstop. I like that. I think for a style of performance, an acoustic style performance like this, I think it's very appropriate and very tasteful, and everything he played sounded really good and fit within the context of the song. It was nice to see an acoustic bass and hear an acoustic bass. A lot of times when it comes to acoustic shows, bass players will choose to just use a, electric. Listen, I'm guilty of that too. Simply because I don't have an acoustic. But if I had an acoustic, I would play it. But I also have seen performances where bass players have both, and they elect to use an electric. And I'm just sitting going, why? I don't get that. As a bassist, I don't get it. But it was nice to see it. It was nice to hear it. The other highlight, obviously, Gord's vocals. Sounded really good on this. I like his delivery. The emphasis on the... You couldn't help it. Even I heard the word scared used at least once in every phrase. And I get that. It feels good. It's hammering home the name of the song, what the song is about. I absolutely get that. He did a fine job of it. But his delivery felt really nice too. Very fitting within the context of the song. Not over the top, but at the same time, at the forefront. Now, some of that might have to do with the FOH. Whoever was working the board did a really nice job of bringing his vocals to the front in an acoustic setting. Bringing it to the front, yes, but not burying everybody. You could still hear everybody else clear as day, but he was definitely up at the front. So when I say this, I'm not being facetious. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being 100% genuine. Whoever was working the board that night, nice job. Seriously, nice job. Not easy to do. Acoustic performances, when it comes to the live show, they're never going to impress me. I'm sorry. From a visual standpoint, they're never going to impress me. Bunch of guys sitting down on stools. I'm sorry. There's nothing entertaining about that. There's no showmanship. There's no crowd interaction. There's no stage interaction. There's no, there's none of the fundamentals that I look for in a live performance. You're just not going to get it unless you get off the stools and you do something. Now, we have seen bands do that, and that always impresses me. But there was, from a visual standpoint, there was really nothing all that great going on. Did that affect the score? Yeah, unfortunately it did. It did bring it down a little bit because the live show is a part of the overall package. And let's be honest, live show, it was boring. It was boring to watch. I know right now Tragically Hip fans are going, this was mesmerizing. Might be mesmerizing for you, was not mesmerizing for me. I was way more into the song than I was into the live performance. So it did come down a little, but not a ton. I get it. It's an acoustic performance. I understand. But the strength definitely lies within the song itself. So that's how I'm coming up with a 7.2. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.2, which is a really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.